Welcome back. Yesterday, markets, the Nifty, the Sensex, the mid-cap, the Nifty Bank all went on and hit record highs as large caps in autos, metals, realty drove gains. This morning, the GIFT Nifty is suggesting that the rally will continue. Even today, the GIFT Nifty is up close to about 85 points. But will the broader markets participate? Yesterday, the mid and the small cap index ended absolutely flat. But let's drill it down to the individual stocks. This is CNBC-TV18's list of top 10 stocks of the day. Nimesh is first up on Axis Bank. Hi.
Hi, Rima. So now expect a large block deal in Axis Bank. It's a clean-out trade from Bain Capital. They're looking to sell 3.3 crore shares via block deal. The price indicates a 0.5% discount, which suggests that most likely the deal will get executed in the block window today morning. Remember, the stock has actually underperformed the Nifty Bank since the beginning of the year. And ever since the last block when Bain sold, the stock is down 4%. So a big overhang will be out of the way. And the way the Nifty Bank has seen some momentum, maybe Axis could see a momentum further. And I'll go with the green simply because it's a clean-out trade and Bain will completely exit after today's block deal.
Right on that. Thanks a lot for that, Nimesh. Well, let's hop across to Sud. He's here to tell us about Tata Motors update that they put out. Sud?
Morning, Nigel. So, Tata Motors will in focus as JLR has reported sales for Q4 and for FY24. Q4 wholesales were up 16% year-on-year and 9% sequentially at 1.10 lakh units. Retail sales were up 11% year-on-year and 5% sequentially at 1.14 lakh units. And these sales are excluding Chery Jaguar Land Rover China JV. For FY24, wholesales were up 25% year-on-year and retail sales were up 22% year-on-year. Talking about the Q4 region-wise sales, UK was up 32%, North America was up 21%, overseas was up 16%, but both China and Europe have seen decline. China was down 9% and Europe was down 2%, but overall these sales are in line or slightly better than estimate. That's the reason I'm going with green for Tata Motors.
Sudarshan, thanks very much for that. So keep an eye out on Tata Motors this morning. Now, a bunch of stocks which should be on your radar. Gland Pharma is one and Shilpa Medicare is the other one. There's a large QIP with dilution with Sterlite Tech as well. Vivek is here with details on all three. Vivek, morning.
Well, good morning. Block deals as well as QIP, that's the flavor currently. So when you're talking about Gland Pharma, it's a block deal over there. Two separate entities, one entity named Nicomac Machinery, which held almost 1.19% stake at the end of the December quarter, and RP Advisory Services, an entity that held over 3.7% stake at the end of the December quarter. These are the selling shareholders. So total of almost 4.4% equity is expected to change hands. Floor price at 1,725 rupees a share. The offer size of the block is around 1,400 crore rupees. So I expect the stock to open in the red on the back of this large supply. The other stock on the radar, like you mentioned, is Shilpa Medicare. The board has gone ahead and approved opening of the QIP issue for a fundraise. The company is looking to raise close to 500 crore rupees. Indicative issue price for this particular fundraise, as per the term sheet, is at 455 rupees a share, and the dilution is expected to be around 11.24% of the total equity. And lastly, Sterlite Tech, again a large fundraise over here, a total issue size of close to 1,000 crore rupees, 800 crores is the base size, another 200 crores is the green shoe option if the company chooses to exercise it. Now the equity dilution is almost 22% of the total equity, indicative issue price at 113 rupees a share, which is at 11.2% discount to yesterday's closing price.
Okay, the market cap of Sterlite Tech, STL, is now 5,000 crore rupees, and they're looking to raise up to 1,000 crore rupees. So that's the equity dilution which Vivek was talking about. Vamakshi is with us for more stocks in the news. Vamakshi.
Well, absolutely. Let me first start off with Dixon Tech. The stock is in focus because the company will be acquiring nearly 50.1% stake in Ismato India in tranches. Now, keep in mind that Ismato is an electronics and mobiles device manufacturing company. The first tranche will be acquired for almost 238 crores, which values the company at 475 crores. The second tranche, the company might look to acquire anywhere between 1.6 to 5.9% stake, but that will only happen in FY27, and this will be only after the company meets certain conditions. The amount, however, of the second tranche will be determined on the valuation of nearly 20 times PAT of Ismato in FY26. The acquisition is subject to approval of CCI, and just to give viewers a perspective, the turnover of Ismato was nearly half of Dixon. The turnover was almost at 6,235 crores. So on the back of this major acquisition, going with the green for Dixon Tech. Sula Vineyards net revenue was up nearly 10% at 132 crores. Own brands jumped up to almost 9%. to almost 113 crores, and wine tourism saw major uptick of almost 31%, standing at 16 crores, so going with the green for Sula Vineyards as well. Lastly, Anand Rathi Wealth also in focus. They will be considering a buyback in a board meeting that is scheduled to happen on April 12th, so keep an eye out on that as well.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vamakshi. Well, let's go across to Vivek. He's here. He's tracking a couple of more stocks for us. Vivek.
Well, that's right. A couple of infra names on the radar. First up, IRB Infra. The company has given the operational update or the toll collection update for March 2024. So the company, along with its associate, that is IRB Infrastructure Trust, has reported a toll revenue for the month of March that has gone up by almost 30%. So March 24 toll revenue has come in at around 481 crore rupees. Now, along with that, the company is saying they are expecting FY25 toll collection to be quite strong on the back of two new additional projects, that is two new toll operate transfer projects, TOT assets within their portfolio. The other stock on the radar is Dilip Bilkon. Some positive news flow coming in. The company has been declared as the L1 bidder or the lowest bidder for tender of Haryana Rail Infrastructure Development Corporation. Total order size of over 1,090 crore. The project will be executed in the next 36 months.
Thank you, Vivek, for that. Here's a quick recap then of the top stocks. Stocks with positive news flow are Axis Bank, Dixon Tech, Sula Vineyards, Anand Rathi Wealth, Tata Motors, IRB Infra and Dilip Bilkon. Stocks with negative news flow are Gland Pharma, Shilpa Medicare and Sterlite Tech. Let's get a handle then and a complete roundup of all the action from the commodity universe. Manisha now joins in. Manisha.
Thank you for that. Well, I'll start with the crude oil prices, where we have seen prices rise back in Asia, and this is after Hamas rejected latest ceasefire proposal from Israel. There also is an interesting report, enriching even, from ANZ suggesting that the India fuel demand hit record highs in FY24, and they expect stronger numbers in FY25. The markets also are watching out at the manufacturing activity, which seems to be improving from US and China. And now for this week, for the next 3 days, it is going to be about the inflation data that comes in from US and China that the street will watch out for. In addition to that, you also have the FOMC minutes coming in. In the metal sector also, we are trading in the positive right now. Copper is trading at a 14-month high. You have silver surging above $28. Iron ore is trading at a 2-week high. Gold yet again at another record highs, almost hitting at those $2,350 an ounce marks right now. Indian markets will open on a record high as well as far as gold and silver are concerned for the day today. So strong surge happening in all of these tangible commodities.
Okay, all right, Manisha, thanks very much for that. We'll take a quick commercial break here. We'll come back. Amnish Agarwal of Prabhudas Leather will be joining in with some fundamental stock check view on many of these sort of companies that we spoke about in our top 10 list. So that's coming up on the other side.